I am Slick Nick, the living legend of hair loss, your personal hairline hero, and of course, the red pill pusher of hair loss. I'm telling you, 97% of you are locked into the matrix. You believe that your hair matters to other people. Instead, you're the one obsessed with it. You're the reason I make $500 a month off of making these very repetitive videos. You're obsessed with yourself and your own insecurities instead of plugging out, removing out of that hair loss matrix. You're taking the blue pill, man. Take the red pill. Be like me. Be like the 3%. Let's check out a video comment that I received earlier this morning. I made a video called Receding Hairline, Pompadour Undercut 1 week after #1 guard. And I think I have a new friend. I like Alvin. Alvin left this comment, quote, "I always love that intro, haha." To which I responded, "Because you have a sense of humor." And he said, "Nick, is that a compliment?" I said, "Yes, because so many of my viewers think that I'm being serious when I say all that stupid stuff." End quote. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm testing your sense of humor. If you hear me say, "I'm Slick Nick," all that silly stuff, people who do the blue pill thing and are already very insecure and obsessed with their hair think that that is a 39-and-a-half-year-old man who's being serious, who actually is obsessed with hair loss. That's what they see. They see a reflection of themselves ultimately. Okay? But I'm testing you to see if you're funny. If you have a sense of humor, you will think that's funny and you will recognize that is hilarious. Because it is hilarious that a man who is 6 months away from turning 40, today actually, would even be talking about something so silly. Actually, what it reminds me of, it reminds me, Cobra Kai, Netflix, season 2. One of the new recruits at Cobra Kai is pushing 40, probably like me, or he's in his 30s, and they call him Chubbs, he's out of shape. And when he starts coming to the class, Johnny says, "Hey, this is a class for teenagers. What are you doing here?" And it's like, oh yeah, I guess it's true. Cobra Kai is all teenagers, and then it was only that way up until he showed up. And that's how this channel is. Look around you in the comment section. You're all teenagers or in your 20s. There's not people my age or older, because once you become a man, you stop caring about such silly things like your appearance and you focus on the things that actually matter. So I think that's interesting that demographically you're so predictable. That I know so much about you, even the fact that you are consuming pornography daily. I've only had one person in the past year actually even comment and say, "Nick, I actually don't watch porn." So that's me and that one viewer, that's it, in a whole year. I know how predictable it is that, again, you're being judged on 10 things. The first one is confidence. Pornography destroys your confidence, so of course you're going to be focused on yourself instead of other people, which is what would actually make people like you. But what I'm getting at here is this. Am I obsessed with hair loss? Yes, I win the global prize for having the most videos about the topic compared to anyone else in the world on YouTube. I win the prize by far. I've got thousands of videos about hair loss, again, catering to your obsession. But when you look at this list, what you're actually seeing is, it says on here, and I just put on the screen, you saw it, where it says finds identity in his unique skill set. He's aware of what he's good at. You know, for me, I'm always looking for new ways to make money on the side. And again, $500 a month, I get a check for these silly videos. Okay, sure, I'll take it. So what you're actually seeing is a grown man who's just looking at making money. And I'm very excited because my wife's been wanting hardwood floors in our house and a new carpet, and we're making that happen here in a few weeks. And we've been saving up for that, and you know, these supplemental checks, these side hustle checks, definitely are part of that. That's exciting. But that's my real life. The hair thing, that's so silly. But also though, my true obsession, in addition to always managing my money and investing my money, is the very next one, number 4, healthy and active, eats right and exercises. So in reality, if you knew me in real life, you would not know a guy who is obsessed with his hair. He's obsessed with, yes, making money and managing that, investing in that. I think is a very biblical concept. Also, though, health and fitness. I totally care about this. So let's just put this in perspective. Okay? I wake up at 5:30. I drink black coffee. I go to the gym for an hour and I pound it out. Then I come home and then I walk briskly 2 miles with some running in between. Then I refuse to consume any calories until at least noon. So I have a second cup of black coffee around that time. And then sometime afternoon, I start consuming calories. I do carb backloading. So I only really start eating carbohydrates until about 4 p.m. until 7, and then I stop eating. So I'm only eating for usually about really when it comes down to it, a 6-hour window is all I'm actually eating calories. And even then, I've got my journal here where I journal every calorie that I eat. And like even for this is kind of my template, it's about staying under 2,000 calories a day and consuming between 100 and 130 calories a day. So basically just doing the math there, you multiply your weight, 165, times 13, and that pretty much tells you how many calories you can get away with before you start storing fat. So it's like around 2,100. So I aim to always be under 2,000 calories a day so that I'm not storing those extra calories as fat, but also bringing in enough complex protein, which that is where you multiply times 73%. Whatever your body weight is, you want 73% of that to be protein to match. So it comes down to like 121 grams of protein a day that I need to have, and that's complex protein. So I keep up with that all in this journal. But like for example, I know that when I do finally start eating every day, it's tuna, 100 calories, 18 grams of protein. Next, a cup of cottage cheese, 215 calories, 26 grams of protein. Eggs with a little bit of coconut oil, 300 calories, 18 grams of protein. Next, a turkey sandwich on one slice of Ezekiel bread, 200 calories, 18 protein. Then I have a certain oatmeal where I get in my carbs and healthy fats like nuts. And then I end the day also with a whey protein. And then my wife makes dinner, but it's like a vegetarian thing, so I count that as more of my carbohydrate. And so this leaves a 350 calorie budget for whatever dinner that I'm going to have that she makes, and I'm staying under my 2,000. I mean, I'm obsessed with this. This is my journal. Like every time I consume calories, I write it down, and then I compare from day to day. But I mean, I've pretty much got a routine by now. But you know, again, 6 months from today exactly, I'll turn 40, and I definitely, you could say obsessed. I'm obsessed with not having a dad bod by the time I turn age 40. That is something I care about. I spend my time and my energy on. I don't spend my time and energy about my hair. Only, again, feeding your obsession so I can make money, but no, I don't care about that. I care about taking care of my temple, not my temples. And that's what I care about. If you knew me for real, it is safe to say that I'm obsessed with that. That's 90 days of fitness every day. Other than Sunday, I only do my walk. I don't go to the gym on Sunday. And then every calorie I consume is journaled. And I make sure that all my numbers add up so that I'm consuming enough protein and staying in my caloric deficit. Like, I'm obsessed with that. And I think you kind of have to be when you're almost 40 and you're wanting to slim down and be healthy and fit. So there you go. I'm actually obsessed with that. The hair thing, that's your obsession. Know the difference. If you take the red pill, you can see exactly this channel, this is all it actually is. Me making money off of your time and your obsession, helping the 3% of you that will eventually take the red pill like me. That's all this is. I'm obsessed with my temple, not my temples.